Well, no, I don't need those. I need some rubber bands. Shit, I thought we had some rubber bands.
Oh yeah, that's it right there.
Hey guys, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. I'm trying to think where else I can look. Thank you, Sophia. I'm trying to see where else I can look. Girl, I need way more than one rubber band. I need at least 12, 15 of mugs.
That's it.
Hey, family. I need like 12, 15 on I can't do nothing with that. With rubber bands. All right. What's going on, family? Let me go ahead and slide on up and start from the beginning. Hey, Lavonia. Hey, gentleman. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Sophie. Hey, Brika. Hey, Kay. Hey, Sweet Tea. Hey, Creasy. Hey, Nino. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Madison. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Trucker. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Sean. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Envy. Hey, KJ. Hey, Idlewild. Hey, India. Long time no hear from. Hey, Lala. Hey, Tony. And hey, Chiquia. Hi, family. Welcome to Storytime. It ain't like no loose rubber bands running around around. That's the only loose rubber band. Are you kidding me? That is like bullshit.com.
Pretty much.
We haven't used rubber bands in such a long time.
Hey, Fur Mom Ash. There go Fur Mom Ash. Anybody that want their waist trainer, you better catch her now because she always cutting class. So if you want your waist beads, you might want to reach out to Fur Mom Ash now before she start cutting class because you know you might not be able to find her and then. Hey, Louisiana Casey girl. You know she always hiding too. Hey Chase, what's going on, Chase? Hey Deja. I work overnight on replay gang. Well, replay gang on India. Y'all know you got that superstar sticker, that super thanks on there now. That one fucking rubber band, that is bullshit, man. I know I had rubber bands. Hey Ryan, hey August. Hey, Sequoia. Damn, I had rubber bands. Hey, Maya. Hey, Jasmine. My voice is trying to go. What the fuck?
It wasn't trying to leave you.
On this forklift, but I'm here. That's what I'm talking about, Chase.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yes, please be careful. Don't run over nobody's foot or ankle or some shit like that.
Then we're going to have a family member come to us. I got a story.
Right. By the forklift. By the person I killed with a forklift. Ha ha! Son of a bitch! I knew I had some goddamn rubber bands in here.
I knew you were gonna find it. Take that.
Take that, goddamn.
Take that.
Come on, Toots.
Wow.
All right, fam. So, hello and welcome to Storytime. I know you have found you a comfy little cozy seat to sit down in and get ready for these story time. But like 18 of y'all need to get y'all ass right on back up. Go on over, close that door. I would greatly appreciate it. Take that back. 20 of y'all. You take your ass right on over there. Open the door. Close the door back. Thank you. Hey, Tay Tay. Hey, Lashandra. Girl, did you bring me beeswax?
Yes.
What am I going to do with beeswax?
You said you want an edge gel?
That ain't edge gel. It's going to rip your fucking scalp off. All right, guys. You know we start story time in like 5 more minutes, so hurry up. Do everything you got to do. Yeah, I'll take that. Slam the door in, sweet tea.
Just makes the door close.
Right, that's all I ask. And if you're new to my live and you don't know what I mean when I say close the door, I mean thumbs up the live. So you should be thumbing up the live as we speak. Unless you want me to call you out individually, and that I will do. So, This is your chance to get up and properly take your butt over to the damn door and close it. Finally got my adoption paper. You finally got your adoption paper? Well, send them to my Instagram so I can see them. Yes. Okay, guys. So, so I've had a lot of family members to reach out to me through Instagram and Telegram and everywhere else they know how to contact me on to ask me what I would like for my anniversary. So I posted this morning a couple of things that I would like for my anniversary, and I told y'all it was gonna be a Amazon wish list to be posted tonight in the story time. So can I get one of my moderators to post that for me? And y'all gonna have to be a part of mommy night tonight because my baby graduating on Friday, so her hair gotta be done. So I'm doing all this while telling story time. Super mom shit, you know what I'm saying? So anybody that purchased anything off the list, yes, LaShondra, I see the badge next to your name. Anybody that purchased me a gift off the list will also have their name put in the story time. So it's no different. You'll still get a story time. What's your name? Thank you, India. Thank you, love. I greatly appreciate it. Boo boo, I miss you so much.
They're so funny.
Yes, they are very funny. That is my family. How you know we related? Ain't no one got no damn sense. All right, guys. So I know you probably standing in front of a microwave trying to hurry up and warm your food up. Or probably standing over a toilet shaking it. Don't forget to wash your hands. Shaking it and shit. Y'all better come on. Because we ain't got but 2 minutes left before I start story time. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So come on with it. Come on with it. We miss you too, India. You been gone. We miss you. It's a lot of y'all that been missing that we been asking about, but we figured y'all was busy. All we could do was pray that y'all find y'all way back to the fam. And so you did. So thank you for coming back to the fam and being here for live. Finally catching a live. Hey, Chunky Chick. What's going on? I'm ready for story time. My ice cream melting. Wait, Louisiana, don't start with Auntie tonight. Not tonight. Not up in here. Not tonight. Tell some of your cousins get their ass up and go close the door. We could probably go ahead and start. And you know we don't start till 7:40 anyway, boo. So pump your brakes. You know, all that good stuff. Whatever they say in Louisiana for y'all. Translate, pump your brakes into Louisiana talk, and that's what I meant. It ain't too tight, is it? Okay. Hey, Tony. Hey, talking shit ass Tony. Glad to see you made it to talk shit tonight, like as usual. All right, guys. So it is 7:40. We about to go ahead and start this story time. So if you back, you got everything you need. You ready to get this story time started? Go ahead and thumbs up the chat so I know everybody ready. Just let me know if I got enough thumbs. If I ain't got enough thumbs, I hold the goddamn story hostage. I hold it hostage with a bomb around its neck.
No, we don't got enough thumbs.
We ain't got enough thumbs yet. Hey, Keisha. You should do your own line of bunnies. I know it. Y'all, I need to get in touch with somebody that doing because, it'll be all the popping. Hey, Carrie. Don't get mad about the game. Get mad about the skills. Do your skills. Fucking up the game. It ain't the game, it's you.
I thought it was gonna hate the player, hate the game.
He up here mad at the game. All right, I see I got enough hands. Now, guys, tonight's story time is also going to include my people that gave me super thanks. So, one of the people that gave me super thanks didn't want her name used. So she said I could choose somebody to do the story on. So, due to the story and the time it takes place, and, you know, all of that good jazz, I chose Eden. I chose my nephew Eden to be the person that I put in this story just because I feel like the situation calls for it. So, Eden will be the one replacing this family member that wanted me to pick somebody. So, thank you, Tia. Thank you for the superstar sticker love, the super thanks, and I did choose a family member. So I'm not gonna use her in the story. Maybe she's scared. Maybe she's scared she gonna die or something. I don't know. You know how y'all live. Y'all so scary sometimes. Okay. So we got to go ahead and get this story time started. I got enough thumbs.
They're trying to figure it out before you tell them the story.
I see. I'm asking, do I have enough thumbs though? Hey, Sean.
We close.
Okay. All right. So I'm finna go ahead and start. We finna go ahead and start. All right. So this first story time has Shanteria, Lady Soul, and Denise. Shanteria, Lady Soul, and Denise. These are the three new members from last week that joined us, guys. Our three new cousins.
Take that.
Hey, Quan.
Take that.
Oh my goodness.
Take a shot on that. Take
Perfect. Can you stop? No. Can somebody come get Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy. Can somebody please come get him?
Take that. Take that. Don't hate on my home run. Take that.
All right. Stop. You always doing it.
Motherfucker.
Oh, don't you start that shit. Start that. You gonna start everybody on fucking live doing that. Stop.
You look so mad.
Hate it when he do that shit. He started ad-lib. That shit go the whole night. All right, Puff Daddy. I told you once. I warned you twice. Twice. I've given you 2 warnings. I've asked nicely as hell.
Don't hurt him.
But you about to make me stop this live. The show out. Don't make me do that. Hold this. All right, you guys. Sorry about all that. That's how your aunt do. Y'all know how. You keep bucking over there. I'm telling you, I'm gonna push your ass on the floor, kick dirt on you. Stop. Ugh. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like I said, Shanteria, Lady Soul, and Denise. This is you guys' story. Well, see, they're gonna take that bullshit. Somebody take that. Here goes your kid. Okay. Okay. So, this is you guys' story. So, has anybody ever heard of Babyland General Hospital? Has anybody ever heard of this place? Has anybody ever heard of this place? Hey, Cynthia. See, everybody got all the mickles when he be talking shit and I get to asking questions. Crickets. He ain't funny. Don't promote that bullshit. He ain't funny. Don't condone that bullshit. Don't entertain that. Oh, well. If you're not a big fan of dolls or anything like that, this is the creepiest fucking place you would ever want to go in your life. Do you hear me? Now, Babyland General Hospital is located in Cleveland, Georgia. You ever seen the Cabbage Patch Kids? You ever seen them dolls, the Cabbage Patch Kids?
They always look so creepy.
Anybody ever seen the Cabbage Patch Kids? Cause I gotta help y'all understand where this shit comes from. Right. Yeah, I remember the Cabbage Patch Kids, right? Creepy ass doll used to sit over your corner. Your mama always told you go bring your doll so everybody can see it. But that doll secretly creeped you the fuck out every time you looked at it. Because for some strange reason, it gave a Chucky vibe off. For some strange reason, the motherfuckers was out the same time as the goddamn My Buddy, which is a fucking Chucky without the hat. With the hat, you know what I'm saying? With the hat on. That's all My Buddy was, a Chucky with the hat on. All you had to do was take the hat off. And voila, you got Charles Manson in your goddamn bedroom watching you sleep at night. Called Chucky. Okay? So Babyland General Hospital is just like a fucking hospital, but it's for the Cabbage Patch Kids, like the dolls. Like, there are doctors there. There's nurses there. So this story takes place in Cleveland, Georgia, at Babyland General Hospital. Now, Shanteria, Lady Soul, and Denise were all trying to figure out something to do on their way to Tennessee. So, you know, because they lived in Tennessee, they came to Atlanta to see family. They didn't really get a chance to get out and see a lot of stuff, so they decided to try to see things on the way back home. And they catch word of Babyland General Hospital. So they look it up and they Google and they find out it's a fucking hospital for dolls. So if your baby come in the living room and say, Mama, my baby lost her leg. Junebug ripped her leg off and threw it out in the street and now my baby ain't got no leg. This is the place you take your goddamn doll. You take it to Babyland General Hospital. You can even call these motherfuckers ahead of time and let them know my baby lost her leg and we need a new goddamn leg. And when you pull up at this hospital with this goddamn doll, they will take it as a full fucking emergency, a full-blown fucking emergency. Lights, sirens, a whole stretcher, the whole 9 fucking yards. Do you hear me? It's the most amazing shit you'll ever see in your life. These are dolls. These are not people. These are not babies. These are dolls. Okay? So they decide they want to go see Babyland. Now, Babyland closes at like maybe 3, 4, 5 o'clock. So around there, they've got regular business hours. And Shanteria and Lady Soul and Denise caught wind of it and decided they were going to go check it out because it's like there can't possibly be a fucking hospital. Like, nobody actually put money towards funds, towards doctors and nurses and ambulance drivers and shit for a fucking doll hospital. Like, that's impossible. Like, whoever put this on the internet is lying. So they decide to go check it out. Now, they get down there. When they get down there, it's getting kind of late. This is like daylight saving time, so it get dark early as shit, okay? So about 3, 4 o'clock, they get down there, and it's pretty much dusk. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near dark. But the people still do their tours until like 5 o'clock, no matter how dark it gets. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they get up there. When they pull up, they notice it's like, as they're driving, it's clear. They're driving down a little thing. They can't believe this shit. We got to go see this shit. And then as they get closer to the hospital, like this fog, this thick-ass fog just arrives from out of nowhere. Like, fog, like somebody turned their fucking badass car on and just let that shit smoke. Thickest fog just shows up out of no fucking where on the way, on the little streets going to Babyland. Because it's one little street, you drive down this long ass street and then the hospital's at the end of the street. There's nothing else on this motherfucker but the hospital, okay? So, this fog instantly hits them to the point to where Shanteria can't even see where they're going. She like, girl, am I about to ride off the road? And they like, I don't know, I can't really see. They let the windows down. Lady Soul look out her window. The fog is thick as shit. She can't see shit. You know what I'm saying? Denise, she looking out the back window trying to see if she see anything. They can't see nothing. They driving slow as hell. Maybe like 6 miles per hour creeping because they don't know what the fuck is in front of them. They don't want to drive off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? So she's driving slow as shit. All of a sudden, they feel something scrub the car. So they just stop the car. When they get out of the car, all three of them get out of the car to see what it is. And it's a stroller. And it's turned upside down. And it's in the street. And they're like, what the fuck? So they move the stroller out the way. And as they're getting back into the car to go on to the hospital, the fog is starting to lift. Now they can see all type of shit in the street. Like strollers and cribs and baby beds and like all this shit is like lining the street, all in the street. So they like, what the fuck? Like at this point, you got to become a fucking moving man to get all this shit out the way just to drive to the rest of the hospital. So, they move as much stuff to the side as they could. It's getting darker. And they're driving on up to the hospital. So they get up to the hospital after they move half the stuff. And when they get up, it's like the hospital's dark except for lights in rooms. And it's no lights really on the outside like a well-lit hospital. The only thing that's really bright on this motherfucker is like, the open sign or, an exit or some shit like that. That's the only thing that's really lit up. So they think this shit is creepy as fuck. Like off the rip, your spidey senses is tingling. This ain't the motherfucking place to go. You know what I'm saying? This is how they feeling, but they want to check it out because all these people were saying, it's a really nice place. The first time you ever see some shit like this, so they wanted to go. So they get out of the car, and as they're getting out the car, it's like a nurse, a male nurse. He has a nurse outfit, comes out. And he's like, hey, ladies, how are you? And they like, we're good. He's like, are you guys here because you got a sick baby in the hospital? They looking at each other like, no. Thank you, Evelyn. They're like, no. We wanted to just come check it out. Just come see it. Take the tour. He's like, oh, so you want to come take a tour of the hospital? And they like, yeah. He like, okay, that's fine. So, he take them to the front so they could pay the admission to get in and everything. So he's telling them, that they're like the very first, hospital for dolls. And, he's taking them to different floors. Like, this is the unit that we have for all our sick dolls. The shit is, y'all don't understand. This shit is like a real hospital, y'all. These Cabbage Patch Kids are hooked up to IVs. I'm talking about they got the little baby ward where baby Cabbage Patch Kids are there. Yeah, it's the creepiest shit you ever want to see in your life. So they get in there and they're walking around, and this nurse is telling them, yeah, this is how we, take care of the babies and everything. And as he's telling her, all of a sudden this siren, this siren goes off like, woo, woo, woo. And he's like, back up, ladies, back up. It's an emergency. It's an emergency. And they like, what? He like, back up, it's an emergency. And right as they're backing up, like the doors swing open, boom. And a gurney come flying in with like 3 doctors and a nurse around that motherfucker. And it's a whole Cabbage Patch Kid missing an arm on the gurney. They got an oxygen mask on this motherfucker. And they're rushing through. Excuse me. We got to get the surgery right now. Excuse me. So Shanteria started laughing. And the dude who brought them in, I was like, what are you laughing at? And she's like, just how far you guys are going to portray this as a hospital for dolls. And he was like, we're not portraying this as a hospital. This is a hospital for dolls. That is not funny. It's we don't even call them dolls. Those are babies. And it's not funny that you're at a children's hospital and you're laughing about a child coming in here with their arm cut off. And he gets serious. And they like, whoa, the fuck? Okay, she's sorry, sir. Can we continue the tour? And he's staring at her ass. He looking at Shanteria like, bitch, if I could put you in one of these rooms. You know what I'm saying? He's just looking at her ass. And she like, I'm sorry. You go ahead, continue. So, he take them up to the little burn unit, honey. Some of the dolls look all like they'll be burnt this spot. They got big ass band-aids over there and shit. Y'all, this is like wild as fuck. So, the man says, they say over the intercom, we need Nurse John. Can Nurse John please come to surgery? He like, that's me. I'll be right back. You ladies stay right here. Actually, you can look into the baby ward and see everything. And they like, okay. So he runs off. And they like, bitch, did he really just snap on you for laughing at a doll. Like, girl, this shit is creepy. You see how serious they take this shit? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are like serious about this doll shit. Like, and then Denise was like, bitch, you heard what he said. Don't call them dolls. They are babies, bitch. Like, you don't want to end up in one of these beds. You heard what he said. They laughing about the shit. As they're laughing about the shit, they start to hear baby laughing. Like, toddler laughing. Like, little children laughing. They're like, what the fuck? Mind you, they the only ones on this tour. Ain't no children with them. Ain't no children in this hospital. Nothing. They looking around. They just keep hearing giggles from kids. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? So, Lady Soul, like, walks over to the little baby ward, and she's staring into the glass at the baby ward, and she screams, oh my God! And they're like, what? She like, bitch, one of them dolls just moved. Like, man, quit fucking playing. I ain't playing. Like, one of the fucking dolls just moved. Like, look, bitch, come look. And they all staring, and of course, it's like a whole fucking delivery room of dolls, like maybe 20 dolls in this room, all in like little beds, like you would see at a hospital. And they all in their little beds, and then as they're looking through the glass at all these babies, watch that one over there in the corner. And they all are looking, and then you hear the giggle again. Sound like it's coming from right behind them. When they look behind them, it's like another glass, but this is like cribs, babies in cribs and stuff. Like, these are supposed to be bigger babies. Bigger dolls or whatever, but they in bigger cribs. They in cribs. They ain't like in little incubator things. So they turn around, they look, and they hear the giggles, and it sound like that shit is coming from their room. So they like, bitch, I know the goddamn dolls ain't laughing. And Lady Soul was like, no, I'm pretty sure them dolls are not laughing. I'm pretty sure it's like a speaker or something hooked up around here to make it seem like that. You know what I'm saying? They want you to think the dolls are babies. So it's only, you know, makes sense that they would hook up speakers and make kid sounds over the speakers. So Denise started to think about that shit. She was like, yeah, you're right. They would, you know, they would do something like this to make it feel like a real hospital. You know, they just had a whole damn doll to come through here missing an all just to make us feel like this was a real hospital. So they probably do. While they talking about this shit, you start to hear babies crying. Like a lot of babies crying. So they turn around, they looking back into the baby ward, and it's like all these dolls, the sound is coming from these babies, these Cabbage Patch Kids in the goddamn incubator room. Like, what the fuck? So they push the door, and the door opens where you can go inside the room where the dolls are. So they go inside the room, and they looking around. You can hear the baby cries loud as shit. So instantly, Lady Soul was like, girl, just look for a speaker. When you find the speaker, you'll see I ain't bullshit. So they all started looking for a speaker. They looking all around. There's no speaker in this room. The fuck? So Lady Soul, like, it got to be a speaker in here. And that's when Denise was like, you know what, for shits and giggles, let's just see if it's coming from the dolls. She goes over, she put her head down, and sure as shit, the sound is coming from the goddamn baby doll in the little crib thing. And she jumped back, she like, bitch, it's the doll making that noise. Don't lose your mind, it's probably the speaker in there, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry, it's probably the speaker in there. She goes over. Lady Soul goes over. She grabs the doll. Shanteria walks over. She looks at the doll. They all looking at the doll. The doll is like, you can hear the sound coming from the doll's chest. And they all looking at the doll like, see, the sound's coming from the chest. And they need to come from the mouth. That's how you know it's a speaker in the doll. So she put the doll back down. She like, girl, they go a long way for this shit. They coming up out of the room. When they come out of the room, they hear a shuffle. They turn around and look back. And all of these incubator crib things are closer to the door. And they like, bitch, was the cribs that close just a second ago? And it was like, no, I don't think they were. Girl, we tripping. We in this damn hospital with all these dolls. We just tripping, man. Like, come on. As they get ready to turn around, it shuffles again. Everything. They look back, the fucking cribs are closer than they were the last time they looked. And she like, bitch, these motherfucking cribs are moving. Like, no the fuck they ain't. She like, yes they are. So Lady Soul decides to take a step back. While she's looking back, she takes a step back. As she takes a step closer to the door, she sees all these goddamn cribs move forward, like jerk, like zoom, forward. And they are looking at the crib like, bitch, the crib did just move. I just saw it move. And all of these dolls simultaneously sit up out of these fucking cribs and start to scream in their direction, loud as shit, like, ah, ah. They see this shit. They run up out of there. Lady Soul run up out of there. As they run up out of there, they run into John. Boom, they knock John down. All of them hit the floor. John, what the fuck is going on? He like, what are you talking about? He like, what's wrong with the babies? What did y'all do to the babies? And they like, we didn't do nothing to the fucking babies. Like, why are the babies in there crying? He like, they babies, they supposed to cry. Like, no, sir. Why was the fucking cribs moving? The cribs weren't supposed to move. He like, I told you they're babies. They can move cribs. Like, are you fucking banana, sir? Look, let me tell you something. No, this fucking doll is not supposed to move. It's not supposed to do none of this shit. Move cribs, move mountains, none of that shit, sir. What are you talking about? He like, these are our babies. He walk into the room. He picked the doll up. He comes to the window with the doll cuffed in his arm. He like, see, these are our babies. The doll is laying their position. Y'all know Cabbage Patch Kid was cloth. Y'all know that shit was cloth. Their skin was cloth. All that shit wasn't nothing. They were cloth. He's sitting there with the fucking doll in his arm, and he's telling Shanteria and them, he like, look, see, it's just a baby. It's nothing to worry about. See, it's just a baby. And Lady Soul, like I tried to tell y'all, see, y'all up here tripping for nothing. Denise was like, man, let's fucking go. This shit creepy as hell. And the man, John, looks down at the baby, and he like, a coochie coochie coo, and the doll head moves to the glass and look right at Shanteria, Lady Soul, and Denise. Looks right at them. And he looks up and he's like, see, the baby likes y'all. What? They turns around. They get to running. When they get to running out of this place, y'all, the fucking room that had the babies, the kids sitting, like the toddler-sized kids, now you can hear their cribs, because cribs in the hospital are like, they like slide up and down. They make it sound like fucking jail cell doors, like when they slide up and down. They running out of this fucking place and they hear this fucking slamming of the cribs. Like, all of them are being released at the same fucking time. They run. As they look back, they say they see shadows on the floor trying to come around the corner where they were. They run to the fucking exit. The exit door was locked. They had to run upstairs. When they run upstairs, they run into a nurse. She got 2 baby twins in her motherfucking arms. And she's like, are y'all here to see the babies? Both these dolls turn their fucking head in their direction and start to scream at them. Bitch, how do we get out? How do we get out? Lady Soul just turns around. She ran back down the damn stairs. She like, it got to be an exit in here somewhere. They running all around this goddamn hospital. Everywhere they run, it's all this fucking baby crying. It's like they can't escape the fucking baby crying. And every time they look around, it seems like somebody finna come around the fucking corner with a baby. They make it to the top floor and run out of the fucking door. They get out the fucking door. When they get out there, the man, it's like some stairs right on the side. Like they came out a back door, because this building is like old as shit. So they come out like a back door with like back door stairs on that shit, and little metal stairs, you know what I'm saying? They come out that motherfucker, run straight down the goddamn stairs, get in the car. When they get in the car to pull out, all these fucking dolls are in the window. These dolls was not in the goddamn window when they first pulled up. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have went in had they seen all these goddamn dolls in the fucking window at this point. But they didn't see these dolls in the window at this point. When they get in the car to get ready to leave, these fucking dolls are in the window. All of them. Hands up to the window and everything. Fucking nurses standing behind them, waving at them as they pulled out. When they pulled out, all the shit they moved out of the street so they can get up there was back in the fucking street. They gotta jump out the car. They trying to move this shit so they can leave. The fog starts. As the fog starts, they're moving this shit, trying to hurry up and get back in the car. All of a sudden, they get in the car. You can hear like baby sound, like a mobile. You know, you crank a mobile up and they had that little sleep sound for a baby or shit. They hear that sound loud as shit, like it's a mobile in the fucking car with them. They looking all around, they don't see shit. Like, what the fuck? They look out of the window, it's a big fucking tree with like 1,000 mobiles on that motherfucker, and all these mobiles are playing the same song and spinning at the same fucking time. They jump in the car. All the shit that they couldn't move got ran over on the way out of that motherfucker, y'all. They jumped in the car and got the fuck on. They never went back. They said they will never go back to Babyland. They said, I don't give a fuck if it's the daytime. They said that place is creepy as shit. And the nurses and shit that, honey. So yeah. So that's your first story time. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, repop your popcorn, and meet me back here in 4 minutes for your next story. And I hope you guys liked the story. Moderators, did y'all put the wish list in the chat? Hold this. Because I don't know. I was telling the story, so I wasn't really watching the chat. What you mean what I got? I ain't got nothing. Okay. Let them know, Nino. So, yes, we'll be starting in like 3 minutes. But while we wait, I just want to thank you guys so much because it's been on my heart. Y'all have kept me from going through some real shit. Like, I've been going through a lot, but y'all are the reason that I stay positive and I don't end up in prison for snapping every time somebody deserves to be snapped the fuck on. But I greatly appreciate y'all and y'all letting me be a part of y'all family or making y'all a part of my family or however we did this shit. But we family at this point, so I just want to thank y'all so much for sticking with me and supporting me and being here with me and calling me y'all auntie. I ain't never had so many family members in the world that gave a shit about me, y'all. Y'all just do not know. I feel so blessed to have all y'all in my life, man. And I look at all y'all like family. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all irritate me. But I still love y'all because that's what family do. Like, that's what y'all do. Like Quan talking shit all the time. I expect that. Because that's what family do. Talking shit ass Tony talking shit all the time about my bonnets. I don't get mad. Because that's what family do. Everybody talking shit. Nino talking shit all the time. That's what family do. We don't hold a grudge. None of that shit. And I appreciate y'all for being a part of my family and allowing me to be a part of y'all. Thank you, Tabitha. Because without y'all, boy, y'all don't know y'all saved me. I ain't saved y'all. A lot of y'all tell me, auntie, I found you at a time when I was going through this, that, and the third. Y'all don't even understand. I found y'all when I was going through this, that, and the third. And y'all saved me. So I just want to take this time out to thank y'all so much. Because I greatly appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I love y'all to the moon and back. So I just wanted y'all to know. That's how auntie feel. I don't look at y'all like fans. Y'all my motherfucking family. And I'll tell y'all, if y'all ever need me, I'm there. And anytime anybody has tried that theory, auntie was there. So I just want to thank y'all for being here with me and being a part of it with me because I love y'all so much. For this. Not to get mushy on y'all tonight, but I just want y'all to let y'all know from the heart how I felt. Because I know people be wondering, like, she don't give a shit. Yes, I do. I give way more than I should. I give a shit way more than I should give a shit. But I think that's what you're supposed to do for family. So, I mean, that's what I was taught. So I reciprocate. And y'all being here to deal with Uncle, I'm so sorry y'all have to deal with Uncle. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I did not mean to pull y'all into the bullshit beyond. I really did not mean to do that. But, I mean, if we family, y'all wouldn't have to deal with his ass anyway. So, might as well give him to y'all ass straight up raw with no chaser so you can see what you fucking dealing with. Because at this point, we done chose each other. I chose y'all to be my family. Y'all chose us to be y'all family. So, y'all be sitting back laughing like I got to deal with this shit by myself. No, I don't. No, I don't. Y'all are here to deal with this shit with me. We deal with this shit as a family. So, I just want y'all to know that I love y'all. We love y'all. And we thank y'all. And now, I'm about to cuss out like 20 something of y'all family member because they ain't closed the damn door. So y'all let y'all family member know to close the door. And we're about to get ready to start this next story.
Y'all done crept in through the open windows.
Yep. I'm crept in through doggy doors and open windows and shit because we trying to let the smoke out. Like, yep, I've been here the whole time, Auntie. No the hell you ain't. You crept in through a doggy door or some shit. An attic window or something. So can y'all please get off those bums and close the door? I would greatly appreciate it. Get y'all with some of that Southern Ville voice. Girl, nobody ignore you, Tony. Hush. All right. So if y'all are ready for the story, thumbs up the live. You ready for the story? Thumbs up the live. Hey, if you ready for the story, thumbs up the live.
Missing like 11 folks.
Well, Quan, you better get your ass up and you better close it. Somebody I wouldn't be quiet unless I left it open. You better get your ass up and close it.
Have they ever watched Holes?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've seen it, so probably have. You know, a lot of my fans are movie freaks. So they probably have. Who the fuck is that? Look, Mariah showed her because Sheila told her you was talking shit. She said you didn't like big bitches. So she called Mariah, the skinny bitch, to come be seen so you won't be having no fucking issues. I told her she ain't got to be all self-conscious like that because you was talking shit because you ain't nobody. But, you know, Sheila took that shit personal. She ain't like that shit. So I ain't going to force her to be here if she don't want to be here and deal with your punk ass. But I told you to stop when you was on it. When you was on that shit, I told you to stop. You ain't want to listen. All right, guys. I know who Tony talking about. That's who I'm talking about, too. Thank you, Reese Cup. All right, guys. Y'all got everything together. Y'all got y'all snacks, y'all pies. Y'all got y'all shot glasses filled. Because I don't see enough thumbs to start this story. So I'm assuming some of y'all still trying to fill up your shot glasses and stuff. Like, what's going on at this point? She don't like you either. Just like all the other buddies in my goddamn house, they don't like you either. So the feeling is mutual, Tony. The feeling is so mutual. They feel the same fucking way about you. Believe it. Girl, I ain't braided your hair in so long.
Is it difficult?
I take shit because I bet you gonna deal with Mariah tonight. Okay. So here we go for our next story. Our next story has Evelyn, Sophonia, and Eden. Evelyn, Sophonia, and Eden. And guys, my moderators dropped the Amazon wish list in the chat. I'm going to also post it on the community page just in case you didn't get a chance to catch it because it probably went by fast as shit because Tony talking shit. So it probably went by real fast. But yeah, I'm going to post it on the community page so you guys can still see it because apparently I'm doing good today, Magenta. How are you? All right. So here we go. Evelyn, Sophonia, and Eden. So Eden was in kindergarten. He was so excited about going to school for his first time. He had siblings that were going to school, and he just couldn't wait for his chance to go to school. So Eden get his turn to go to school finally a few years ago. And when he get to school, of course, you know, you got to take your kids to meet the teacher, you know, all that stuff in the beginning because they little and, you know, you don't want them to feel scared and everything. So, of course, you know, Evelyn took him to do all of that to meet his teacher. And he met Sophonia and she was like, you know, she know how it feels to be new to a school, and don't worry, she'll be there with him, and if he's scared, he can always come to her and everything. So Eden was like, okay, this shit might be the bomb right here. This might just work out for me. And first day of school comes, Eden couldn't wait to get there. He gets to the class, and of course, Sophonia's standing there. He like, good morning, Miss Sophonia. And she's like, good morning, Eden. And Evelyn was like, yeah, he said he ready. He ready to work today. He ready to come to school and do what he's supposed to do. And Sophonia said, you ready, Eden? He said, I'm ready. So she like, come on in. Your name is on your desk. Go find your name on your desk. And he was like, okay. And he turns around. He tell Evelyn, he loved her. And she like, don't be scared. It's going to be okay. You're going to make a lot of friends. And he was like, okay. Thank you, Chase. And he was like, okay, Mom. And he ran onto the room. All the other kids was running there looking for their desk. Ooh, I found my desk. So he couldn't wait to get in there and look for his. So he gets into the classroom, and Sophonia tell Evelyn everything's going to be fine. If anything happens, she'll reach out and let her know, something happened. But other than that, he should be fine. This is all the kids' first year. So it's not like anybody's more advanced than him. He's going to be fine. Evelyn was like, okay, she left and went on to work. So Sophonia comes in after all her kids have came into the classroom. Sophonia comes in, her head down a bit. Sophonia comes in and she says, good morning, class. And everybody say, good morning. And she said, how many kids, this is your first time going to school? And a lot of the kids raised their hands. She said, so the other kids, have you guys been to school before? And a lot of kids was like, well, I've been to preschool. I had a teacher, Miss Johnson, and Miss Sanford. And, so she was like, well, a lot of the kids here, this is their first time going to school. So we don't want it to be scary for them. So Eden was like, he was looking around because he started to get worried. And the teacher, she started out with, them doing like finger painting and stuff. So that went pretty good. And then it was time for lunch. And they went to lunch. And they got their trays and brought them back to the classroom. So when they get their trays and bring them back to the classroom, Eden tells Sophonia, he said, Miss Sophonia, I got to use the bathroom. She said, okay. She said, well, this is what you do. You grab that hall pass that's on my desk. She said, and the bathroom is right across the hall. You just go to the bathroom right across the hall. And he said, okay, yes, ma'am. And he grabbed the hall pass and he go across the hall to go to the bathroom. While he's in the bathroom, he's in a stall. So he goes in the stall to use the bathroom. While he's in the bathroom, all of a sudden, a big boy kicks in the bathroom door. Boom! Who in here? And hits Eden with the door. And Eden was like, can you stop? I'm in the bathroom. And the boy just came into the stall where Eden was and started poking Eden all in the face and, pushing on him and, being a real asshole to Eden. And Eden, got up and ran out the classroom, and he ran over back to the bathroom, ran to the class. And he said, Miss Sophonia, it's a boy in the bathroom picking on me. Thank you, Shay. And she said, huh? He said, it's a boy in the bathroom picking on me. And she said, what he look like? And he said, he a big boy. So she rushes out the classroom to go over to the boy's bathroom to see if she see this little boy. When she get over there, she don't see nobody. She said, Eden, I don't see anybody in the bathroom. He said, it was a big boy. He pushed me down. Look at my elbow. He made me hurt my elbow. And she looked at his elbow. He had a little bruise on his elbow. She said, well, go to the nurse, and they're going to put a Band-Aid on it. So, she tell him to go to the nurse. He goes to the nurse. The nurse asked him what happened. He told him a big boy, pushed him and was bullying him in the bathroom. And the nurse asked him, she said, what did the boy look like? He said, he was real big. And she said, how big was he? And he said, he was real big. And she said, Eden, what grade are you in? And he said, I'm in kindergarten. And she said, well, Eden, it can't be no big boys, on your hall, because your hall is only for kindergartners. There's no big kids down there. There's no first graders. There's none of them down there. It's just kindergartners. And he not a kindergarten. He real big. He kept stressing how big this boy was. Like, no, this boy is like 18 foot 75. Like, this is a huge fucking boy. I'm not making it up. He was in the fucking bathroom. So the nurse was like, well, I talked to the principal about it. Found out if one of the fifth graders came down to the kindergarten hall. So they, okay, fine. So, of course, his teacher reached out to Evelyn, let Evelyn know, look, Eden said some boy in the bathroom was bullying him and pushed him, and he has a little bruise on his arm. So when he come home, that's what happened. He got a bruise on his arm. So Evelyn was like, okay. So he gets out of school. Evelyn picks him up. The teacher explains again. It was a bully in the bathroom. We never did locate the student, but he said it was a big boy, but it wasn't supposed to be any kids of that size on that floor because it's only for kindergartners. And Evelyn was like, okay, all right. And they get in the car. So when they get in the car, she asked, she said, Eden, what happened? Eden said it was a big boy. He was real, real big. And, he kicked in the bathroom door while I was using the bathroom. And he was pushing on me. And he grabbed me. And, of course, Evelyn got pissed off about this shit. So she like, okay, so what he looked like? And he told what he looked like, how he was real, real big. And, he just a big boy. That's all he kept stressing. He was a big fucking boy. So Evelyn was like, okay. So she goes up to the school the next day with Eden. And she goes to the principal. She let the principal know, look, my child came home with a bruise on his arm saying that some big boy bullied him in the bathroom. And the principal was like, well, I've been made aware of the situation, but we haven't been able to locate the student. She said, well, it shouldn't be that hard to locate the student because my child said this boy was on the hallway. I see y'all got thousands of cameras in this damn school. Can you check the cameras and see, what the hell is going on? And the principal told her he would. He said, we'll do that. We can do that for you. When we get some information, we'll reach out and let you know. She like, okay, cool. So she takes Eden to class, and Sophonia's standing there at the door. And she's like, I'm just so sick about what happened yesterday. I didn't think anything was going to happen with him going to the bathroom. She like, the bathroom right there is like right across the hall. I didn't think anything was going to happen. Lean your head up a little bit. She was like, I didn't think anything was going to happen, but I'm going to keep an eye on him today. And everyone was like, okay, well, thank you. And she tells Eden, she like, look, my phone number. If anything happen, you call me and let me know. And he like, yes, ma'am. Okay. So Eden gets in the classroom, and Sophia closes the door, and she like, starting her lecture, her class stuff. So as she's starting her class stuff, Eden raises his hand. She said, Miss Sophia. And she said, yes. He said, the bully is at the door. She looks at the door and she don't see anybody in the door. So she rushes to the door looking for a kid that's hiding somewhere in the hallway. She pushed the door open real hard, not worrying about the kid behind the door. Shit. She just pushed the door open real hard and she looked up and down the hallway. And the hallway quiet shit. You don't hear nobody creeping or giggling or running nowhere. She looks out. She looks up and down. She said, I don't see anybody. He said he was just at the door and he was telling me to come here. And she was like, okay, well, I'll let the principal know. She called on her phone in the classroom and let the principal know, look, it's a student out of class and he's down here harassing, Eden. Can you please see what's going on? Secretary was like, I'll let the principal know. So Eden kept sitting there and she kept going on with her lecture, but she kept watching the door. Because she knew. She like, if this child is really doing this shit, he'll be back. And she was watching the door, so she puts on a movie for the kids. And she like, we're going to watch Lion King today. And they like, ooh, Lion King. So she put the movie on. And she told the kids to come sit on the carpet in front of the TV. And Eden was like, I'm going to sit right here. I don't want to sit on the carpet. She said, you sure? He like, I'm sure I want to sit right here. So he stayed sitting right there. And she sat in her chair, but she watched. And Eden kept watching the door. He looks up at the door. He'll look back at the TV. He looks up at the door, look back at the TV. He looked back at the door. He was like, put his hand up. And Sophia was like, yes, Eden. She was like, he at the door again. So she looks at the door. She been watching the door and she didn't see nobody. She gets up, she goes to the door, she don't see shit. She don't hear nothing. So Eden screams while she's looking out the door. He right here. She looks over and Eden is just sitting in the chair like his hands are holding the side of his desk and he's like shaking. He right here. She like, Eden, calm down. I don't see anybody. And he like, he right here. Get him. Tell him to stop. Now, at this point, all the kids are looking at Eden like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Because they don't see shit. They looking at Eden like, what the hell is going on? And Eden is like, get it. He right here. And she didn't see shit, but to soothe him, she went over there and she was like, get off of him right now. You get off of this baby right now. And Eden jumped up and he ran and he grabbed her around the waist and he was like, Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop. And she just like, you better stop. You better stop right now. And Eden stood over there and he was like, call my mama. I want to call my mama. She couldn't understand. She like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the office. He like, no, 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 no. He was scared. He wouldn't even let her go. Call my mama. Call my mama. So they call, she goes over to her phone. She grabs her phone. She calls the boss. She like, Edith, flip it out. You need to get down here. I don't know what's going on. He's flipping out though. So of course Evelyn rushes down there. She runs into the room. All the kids are like still trying to watch TV, but they watching Eden, and Eden is sitting in the chair all by himself. And time Evelyn rushes in the room, Eden flips out. Close the door. He's behind you, mama. Close the door. And she like, what the fuck? She look back. She don't see nobody. She like, Eden, calm down. She just rushes over to Eden and grab him. Calm down. Eden. He like, Mom, he's behind you. And she looking back at the teacher is looking behind her, and they don't see shit. And it's like, calm down, Eden, calm down. All of a sudden, he just started to shake. Like, he started convulsing. He started shaking. And she's like, Eden, Eden, Eden. And the teacher's like, Sophonia's like, what's going on? Do he have seizures or something? She's like, no, call 911. Call 911 right now. So Sophia called 911 on her cell phone. She used the class phone, called the principal, let her know, look, Eden is having a seizure. We need the ambulance down here right now. Ambulance show up. They come get Eden, take Eden to the hospital. They get to the hospital. They said it looked like Eden had been deprived of oxygen. Even though nobody had touched Eden, they said it looked like Eden had been deprived of oxygen. He had bubbles in his brain. They looked like he had been deprived of oxygen, like stroke bubbles in his brain. So, of course, Evelyn didn't know where the fuck this came from. She was pissed off. She was like, he hasn't been choked. He didn't have no bruises on his neck, nothing to show he had been choked or anything like that. So the doctor was like, that's what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like. So, of course, they keep him in the hospital. And Evelyn goes up to the school and she talked to Sophia. She asked her, she said, keep this shit 100 with me. Did anybody put their hands on my son? She like, no, nobody put their hands on him. Are you sure nobody put their hands on my son? Because what the doctors are saying is not making any sense if nobody put their hands on my son. And Sophia swore her down. She said, nobody put their hands on your son. I swear. Nobody put their hands on your son. So she goes to the principal. She tells the principal everything that happened, what the doctor said and everything. And the principal said the same thing. Well, there was no reports of anybody putting their hands on him before this happened. Evelyn was getting pissed off about this shit. So a couple days go by. Eden's still in the hospital. Evelyn's in the hospital with Eden. Her cell phone rings. She looks at the phone. She don't know the number. She answers the phone. She picks up the phone. It's Sophia on the other line. She said, Miss Evelyn, this is Sophia, Eden's teacher. And of course, Evelyn didn't want to talk to none of them because she felt like all of them was trying to hide something from her. So she like, what do you want? Why are you calling me? You know what I'm saying? She like, I was calling you because I really need to talk to you. I need to talk to you like right now. Everyone's like, what do you need to talk to me about? She like, I don't want to talk about it over the phone. I just need to talk to you like right now, face to face. Everyone was like, well, I'm at the hospital with my son. So if you want to talk to me, you're going to have to come down here to the hospital and we can talk in the cafeteria. She said, okay, I'm on my way. So Evelyn's sitting upstairs trying to figure out what the hell this woman want. Is she trying to get me to sign papers where I won't say a lawsuit or something because of what happened to Eve? Like, what the fuck is this lady on? So Sophia pulls up. She called her phone. She let her know, look, I'm downstairs. I'm sitting in the cafeteria waiting on you. Okay, cool. I'm on my way. She go downstairs. She sees Sophia. Sophia looks anxious. She looks nervous. Her face, her body language, her movements, everything looks nervous. And Evelyn can tell that off the rip. So she goes over to her and she like, Sophia? And she like, yeah, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I really need to talk to you. Can you please sit down? And she like, Are you on drugs? Have you been drinking? She like, no, I just really need to talk to you like right now. I need to tell you this like right now. Okay. She like, sit down. So Evelyn does. She sit down. And she said, so you said that Eden had bubbles in his brain. He like somebody had choked him. And Evelyn was like, yeah, that's what I said. That's what the doctor said. They said like he had been choked. They said like he had been deprived of oxygen to his brain. And the only way that happens is when you're choked or when you're drowning, and he went around the water. So somebody had to choke my fucking baby. So do you know who choked my baby? And Sophia looked her square in the face and said, I do. Evelyn was like, about goddamn time I got to some answers. So, what baby in that class choked my son so I can go ahead and get my lawyers and attorneys involved? Oh, you hit up a little bit. Sophia said it wasn't a baby. She said my son said it was a big boy that was fucking with him too. So who is this big ass bully that my son had been dealing with for these past couple of days? And Sophia looked at her even more nervous. She said, it wasn't a student. It wasn't a student. So Evelyn was like, so you mean to tell me some grown ass man or some grown ass child done came into the school without y'all knowledge, came into the bathroom, basically beat my fucking child up, probably choked him today, and you can't, you don't know, he's not a student. He got into school and did all that. And she's like, wait, just let me tell you. She was like, so today we had a meeting about what happened to Eden. He said, because the principal's supposed to be reaching out to you, but I don't know when or if he really is going to reach out to you based off what he found. She said, but I wanted you to know what the hell was going on because I think it's going to be some bullshit. She said, I think they're going to try to make that shit seem different, but I just want you to know the truth. And I'm not, with that lying shit and what they trying to do. So Evelyn getting concerned now. Like, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to make it seem like I did it to my own child? Like, what are they trying to do? She said, so today we were in a meeting and we were speaking about Eden. And, we was asking the principal, had he located the boy who Eden said he saw in the bathroom choke him? Principal said, what I'm about to show y'all cannot leave this room. They said, okay. He pops in the tape. He shows the video that he has. The video that he has shows Eden walking out of class into the bathroom. But when he walks out of class, there is a shadow that walks behind him out of the classroom. You can see it big as day, and it was not his fucking shadow. Came out of the classroom, with him. Went into the bathroom with him. They said it looked like a person was following him, only you couldn't see the person. All you could see was their shadow. So he goes into the bathroom. This shadow goes into the bathroom with him. He said, she said right before Eden ran out of the bathroom, the shadow came out of the bathroom and came back into the classroom. What? She said, yeah. She said, I couldn't believe it. She said, I didn't believe it either. I didn't believe it. She said, I thought the principal was trying to cover up for a student. She said, but when I seen it on the video, we all sat there hours on end trying to analyze this video to see could it been another kid, that we just couldn't see on the tape. She said, but no, it was like a shadow that was following your son. She said, we even wanted to take back as far as when you walked up to my class. She said, when you walked up to my class, this shadow was with Eden. It was right behind Eden when he walked up to my class. She said, I don't know what the school gonna try to say. She said, but I don't know. She said, to me, she said, I think it was a ghost. She said, I was thinking it was a ghost. She said, when I saw that shit, I was thinking it couldn't be possible, but ain't no other way to explain it. She said, and then he came back and he showed us a yearbook from 26 years ago. She said, and everybody was like, why you showing us this yearbook? What this yearbook got to do with anything? So the principal said, and this yearbook was the class of students that died in that classroom. And of course, Sophia was like, what? Students died in my classroom? Yeah. So apparently the principal tells them, he said the class, that hall used to be the 5th grade hall. It wasn't the kindergarten hall. They just switched it and made the kindergarten hall. But it used to be the 5th grade hall. She said, and one day, that class that she had, that classroom that she had was ISS for students. She said, and one day the ISS teacher got a phone call, emergency phone call, and stepped out of the classroom while it was a student staying after school for after school detention. Stepped out of the classroom for a minute to take this emergency phone call, and this student was playing with a lighter or some shit, doing something with a lighter in the classroom, and ended up setting the whole classroom on fire. But when the student tried to get out, like the child ran into like a fucking like a chair or something to like bar the door, so the baby couldn't get out. They said the boy was big as shit, like he was a big ass fifth grader, but they said he couldn't see to get his way out because the room filled up with smoke really, really fast. And when they got in there, he had basically died from smoke inhalation. So they said that the principal showed in the book, and even had like a little memorial in the book from that year of when it happened. So she said, "Do you have the book with you, so we can show it to Eden and see what Eden say?" And the lady, Sophia said, "That's what I was thinking. That's why I needed to talk to you, because I want to know if he was okay with me bringing this picture to show him to see if this who he was talking about." And they like, "Let's go." They go upstairs, eating upstairs, watching TV, watching Paw Patrol and shit. And she walks in, and he like, "Hey, Miss Sophia, you came to see me." And she like, "Yeah, Eden, I came to see you. How you feeling?" And he like, "I'm doing better. They say I can leave soon." He said, "When they say I can leave soon, that means I'm coming back to school. So I'll be back to school soon." And she like, "Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to see you coming back to school. You're getting better. That means you're strong." He said, "Yes, I'm very strong. My mama told me if I eat all my vegetables, I'll be very strong, and I'm very strong." So she laughed about it. Evelyn laughed about it. And she asked him a couple more questions, what he was watching on TV and stuff. And he was telling her he was watching Paw Patrol and what that episode was about. And she was just like, okay. Okay, I see that's one of your favorite shows. And he was like, "Yep, it's one of my favorite shows." So she asked her, she said, "Eden, I got a question." And he was like, "Yes." And she said, "You remember that bully you said was picking on you?" And he just shut down. He stopped being all talkative, all chattery. He just shut down and put his head down. And Evelyn noticed it. So she walked over and she put her arms around him. She said, "You ain't got to be scared. I'm right here with you." And he looked up at Miss Sophia and he said, "Yes." And she said, "If I showed you a picture of the bully so we can catch him and he can stop doing this, if I showed you a picture of the bully, would you be able to tell me if that's him or not?" And Eden said, "Yeah." She said, "Okay, I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures and you tell me which one it is." So she started out in the beginning of the book with the fifth graders. And, just to go through the book, just to see what he would say. And he went through like 4 or 5 pages. He was like, "No, no, no." And then when they got to the picture of that boy, that bully, the boy that died in the fire, Eden was like, "That's him. That's him, mama. That's him right there. Mr. Fire, that's him right there. That's the boy that did it." And they just look at each other like, what the fuck? For real? Like, So she said, "Eden, be sure. Take your time now. Be sure. Look at the pictures. Make sure you look at it." He was like, "That's him. That's him." He said, "That's him. That's him, Mr. Phony. That's him. Can you please tell the principal that's the bully? Can he tell him to leave me alone?" And they just looked at each other like, what the fuck? So she steps out of the room. She's like, "Okay, Eden, I'll let the principal know." She was like, "Evelyn, can I speak to you?" Evelyn comes out the room. She's like, "So did you know this child?" "No, I didn't know this child. It looked like he followed you into the school." "I don't know this damn child. Like, I don't know this baby. Like, you're going to have to do something because I don't know this fucking child. I don't know who this child is." Right when she says that, you hear Eden's little heartbeat thing starts to like slow down, like from where it was. It's like, whoop, whoop. And he like, "Mom." She turned around and looked back. And it's like this shadow hovering over him. And he's just laying there like he can't move. And he's looking at her direction. He's like, "Mom." And she rushes in. And when she rushes in to grab him, it's like his little heart monitor start to flatline. She's screaming. She calling for nurses and stuff to come in now. Doctors rush in there. They, put all the stuff, put their little stethoscopes to him, trying to see if they can find a heartbeat. They push her out of the room. We gotta do work, push her out of the room and shit. And she crying. And Sophia like, "I don't know, it's that boy, it's that boy, it's that boy." Like, she just kept saying, "It's that boy." So they, she like, I'm gonna figure out something. She leaves, she goes to the school, she tell the principal, "Look, Eden said that was a child. We need to see when this child showed up." So they go through the little video of outside. So they're looking at all the kids outside the first day of school when they was, being dropped off and being brought into the school building. And they see Eden and Evelyn when they get out the car and is walking up to the school. And right when Eden drops something on the ground and he picks something up, when he picks whatever the hell he dropped on the ground up, all of a sudden this shadow was around him. So it's like, what the fuck? So he like, what was it? What did he drop? They didn't know. So she calls Evelyn. She's like, "Evelyn, is Eden woke? She like, no, they still got him in the back door and work on him. Girl, what did he dropped something that day, and when he picked it up, that's when that shadow showed up. So when he wake up, can you figure out, I'm on my way, can you just see if you can figure out what it was? I'll try. So she's standing around the door. You know, the doctors are still working on Eden. They come back. They let her know he okay. You know, he's tired from what just happened. Let him rest. You know, and she goes in and she sit down and she's just like crying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. And Eden, help me. Eden, help me. And it's like he wakes up. He barely open his eyes. Like, barely open his eyes. And he like, Mama. And she like, Eden, baby, you woke. And he like, Mama, it hurt. And she like, baby, what hurt? And he telling her what was hurting. And she was like, I'm going to tell the doctors, I'm going to get the doctor to get you some medicine. And he like, it hurt so bad. And she was like, Eden, what did you drop at school? And he was like, I didn't drop nothing at school. She was like, no, the first day me and you went to school, remember we got out of the car and you dropped something and you picked it up. And Eden was, he dozed off. And she was like, Eden. And he woke back up and she was like, what did you drop? What did you drop? And he was like, it's in my book bag. So she rushes over to his book bag to open up his book bag, and it's like a toy car, but it got blood on it. So she grabs the car, she sees it, she runs over to Eden, looks at Eden's hands, see if Eden had been cut. She realized that wasn't Eden blood on that fucking car. So she goes over, you know, she calls Sophia, let Sophia know it was a car, it was a toy car that he picked up. That's what it was. It was a toy car and it got blood on it, and it's not Eden's blood. And Sophia was like, I'm on my way. I'm almost there. Give me a second. I'm almost there. And she was like, okay. And she sat down, stayed with the car in her hand, and she's just waiting. Evelyn's just waiting on Sophia to get there. And while she's waiting on Sophia to get there, this shadow shows up like right across from her. Not like 20 feet away from her. This shadow just appears in front of her. And it's, you know, it's like, it looks big. It looks huge. And it got like, you know what I'm saying, this funny shape to it, but it's big. It's really fucking big. Scares Evelyn so bad, she can't scream. She can't move. Her eyes are just locked on this shit. And she just staring at it. And while she's staring at it, she got this toy car gripped in her hand. And it's like this shit just starts to shrink. It starts to shrink down from this big ass puff of smoke. And it comes down to probably like 4.5 feet tall. And then it starts to take shape. And it takes the form of a boy. And he's standing there and he's looking at her and he's crying. And Evelyn is feeling bad. She's feeling sorry. She don't know what's going on. She's just staring. And the little boy is just crying. He's just crying hard as shit. And she's looking around and she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And when she said, are you okay? Sophia run around the corner. She like, girl, I'm fine. And she see what's going on. She see this. And she like, do you see this little boy? And the little boy looks back at Sophia and she like she just gets silent, close her mouth. She's looking at this little boy. She's shaking like a leaf on the tree. She's just quiet as hell. And the little boy, he turns back around and he looks back at Evelyn. He's just crying. And she's like, are you okay? And he points. And he points at her hand. And she looks down and she noticed she got the car in her hand. And she's like, you want the car? And he just kept crying. So she put the car on the floor and she rolls it over to where he is. And it's like it rolls right through him. And that Sophia was like, oh my God, bitch, did that car just go? Oh my God. And it's like the little boy just vanished, but he kept crying. You could hear him crying throughout the hospital, even though you couldn't see him. So that's when the point that Evelyn was like, do this little boy parents still, you know, live in this area? Are they still over here? And she was like, I don't know. You know, we could ask the principal. Maybe he would know. They called the principal and he told them the family still stayed over there. Said the family still stayed over there. They've been staying in that same house for almost 40 years. He like, they still over there. They, you know, we go over there and, you know, give our condolences on the anniversary of, you know, the fire. So she asked for the address. They got the address. As they're driving to the house, they get to the house and Sophia looks up in her rear view and this little boy's in the back seat. She screams. When she screams, Evelyn looks back. She see the little boy. She don't even scream. She just looks at him Because he ain't even looking at them. He like staring out the window of the back seat of the car. And he's looking at the house. And Evelyn noticed he's looking at the house. She's looking at him. She's like, this where you live? And then the little boy looks back over to her. And then he looked back over at the house. So she gets out of the car. And she goes over to the house. And she knocks on the door. And this lady, like she probably in her late 50s, comes to the door. And she's like, can I help you? And Evelyn was like, can we speak to you? It's about your son. And the lady was like, look, I don't have time for pranks. I ain't got time for jokes. Don't play. Don't come to this house no more. And they're like, no, we serious. We really need to talk to you about your son. And she like, look, my son is dead. He ain't did nothing. He ain't did what you finna accuse him of doing. My son is dead. And she was like, I know. I've seen your son. And the mama just got quiet. And she like, is this a joke? No. She said, because if this a joke, I'm going to call the police and let them know you're here harassing me. Evelyn said, no, we're not joking. She said, your son is with us. What you mean he with y'all? Say your son is in our car. She runs and she looks. And she like, there's nobody in your car. She like, yeah, your son is in our car. She said, I think he wants y'all to have this. And she pulled the toy car out. She gives it to the mama. And the mama grabs the car and she looks at it. And she just starts to break down. She like, that was his car. That was his favorite car. She like, I remember us telling him, even as he got older, you know, that was a kid thing to do, to still be walking around with your cars. And, you know, those are kid toys. Those are baby toys. But he was in love with this car. He said he was going to own him one of these cars one day. And she was just talking about him. And then the dad comes to the door and he like, how can I help y'all? And she like, look. And she gives him the car. And he look and he says, is this his car? And she was like, yeah. He was like, we couldn't find this car when he passed. Where did the car come from? She was like, this lady just gave it to me. And he looked at her and he was like, where did you get this car from? And she said, my son picked it up at school. And Dad was like, that's impossible. No, that's impossible. He wouldn't just find this car, you know, that belonged to my son 20 years ago, just sitting in the schoolyard. Like, no, that's impossible. She like, he found it. He picked it up. That's where he found it. We were just bringing it back. She said, your son is attached to it. And Dad was like, what? It's like, your son is attached to it. He's attached to that car. He's in our car. He came here with us. And of course the dad do the same thing. He runs and he looks and you don't see nothing. He like, is this a joke? And they like, no, it's not a joke. He's really here with us. And the dad was like, well, thank you for bringing the car back. You know, we looked for this a long time after he passed and we couldn't find it. And they was like, you're welcome. You know, gave him the car back and everything. And as they were getting ready to close the door, you just see the little figure, the little boy just shows up. And as they're closing the door, it's like he walks in as they're closing the door and they don't even see him like come in or anything. He just walks right in while the door's open and goes on in the house. So Sophia and Evelyn goes back to the hospital to check up on Eden. And when they get to the hospital, all the doctors are rushing. They rushing towards Eden's room. She like, oh my God, I thought we fixed this. And they get into the room, they rushing in, they get in the room, honey. Eden standing up singing and shit. All the nurses think he's so cute. He up singing, all the doctors want to see him. Cause this baby came from 0 to 100 real quick. And they want to see him. He ain't not performing up for the doctors and shit. And she walks up and she see him. And he like, mama. He jumped right off the bed and run straight to her. And she like, how you feel? He like, I feel a whole lot better. Like, I feel real good. He was like, I was looking for you last night. You wasn't in your bed. And she was like, no, I had some things I had to do. He was like, I know, I saw you. And she was like, what you mean you saw me? He said, I saw you. She said, what you see? He said, I saw you go out the hospital. I saw you getting a call, Miss Sophia. She said, where you saw that? He said, when you left the hospital. Now, she know when she left the hospital, you know, all this weird shit. He was about to die. The doctor was working on him. So how the fuck did he see me leave the hospital? He was like, I saw you. I saw you leave the hospital. And she was like, oh, so you knew I was okay then? He was like, yep. So when you gonna get me some food? Because I'm hungry. And she just started laughing. Her and Sophia both just started laughing. And they never seen the little boy again. They don't even know where the fuck the car came from, how he got to the school, none of that. But he never had an issue with that little boy no more. He ain't have no problems with the bullies. You know, as far as I know, till 6th grade, because that's what grade he in now. He ain't had no problems with bullies since that situation. And Sophia and Evelyn actually became pretty close. Real close, where Evelyn would go out with them and go to eat with them and stuff. Sophia would go out to eat with them and go to the park and stuff like that with them. Yep. So I guess in a way, Eden put a family back together. Had he not found that car, ain't no telling what would have happened. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. That is your second story of the night. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, and meet me back here in 4 minutes.
No. Huh? We have 3 stories tonight, right?
Yeah, we got 3 stories tonight.
Yeah, I thought so. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, we do. We got 3 stories tonight. I'm so glad you're on the same page I'm on. Yeah, we got 3 stories tonight. 3 stories tonight. Yes. They're like lies. No, indeed. Hold it. I don't know what y'all talking about. Today is Monday.
Mm-hmm. Beginning of the week.
So that is a 3-story Monday. I don't know what y'all talking about. And why y'all over here so wrongly speaking on the dates? Y'all could be tipping y'all auntie. Since y'all want to be so wrong on y'all dates. I don't think I would say that out loud because y'all are wrong on the dates and the days. So
just accept it's Monday.
I don't know why people hate. I don't know why they hate accepting the fact that it's Monday. Like, I can't do nothing about it being Monday, y'all. I can't do nothing about it. Like, if I had that kind of connection with Jesus, we wouldn't be having these issues. But I can't do nothing about it being Monday.
I don't think if you had those connections to Jesus, Monday wouldn't exist.
Oh, like, win these 4 for 4. What are y'all talking about? It's weird to come my cousin graduating tomorrow. MC, goddamn. It is Monday. Your cousin is graduating like 2-3 more days.
Give me about 4 more days.
Y'all are a hot ass miss. Like, my kids got 1 more day of school. Damn, Tay.
Dang,
Tay.
I got 2.
Yep, I got 2. I'm almost done, toots. I just had to get this braiding part out the way. We can do the rest of it tomorrow, but I just had to get the braiding part out the way because I didn't want to have to do that tomorrow. Because you got to get your toe on tomorrow.
And this is going to take the longest.
Yep. No, it's not even about stories at this point. Oh my goodness, Chunk. Oh my goodness, Chunky. Is it too tight?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You're a lie. I seen your face tighten up when I did it.
No, it's because my back is itchy.
Okay, you can sit up, scratch your back right quick. I got like 1 more left anyway. Oh. Now, stop trying to restart the week. Y'all a fucking trip. All right, guys, we're gonna get ready to start the next story. Did y'all tip y'all auntie? Did y'all forget to tip y'all auntie? Don't forget to tip your waiter. Oh, that too.
Y'all know what it's like.
Yeah, the last one. And we'll be done with your braids.
Yes.
All right, guys. So if you are ready for the last story of the night, go ahead and thumbs up the live. When I get done with this, I want some water.
Yes, ma'am. It's the least I can do.
I greatly appreciate it. y'all ain't ready? Y'all ain't ready for the next story?
It's because it's their last story.
Y'all ain't ready for the final story of the night? Oh, that's why I ain't get no thumbs, because y'all ain't ready. Y'all are fucking true. Your head's been so well.
Or a piece of hair with something?
Uh-huh. No, man, this is the third, and we got one more. All right, guys, this is the third story and the final story of the night. This story. So, yeah, that story had my two super thanks, which is, Tia and Sophia and Evelyn. Well, my three super thanks people and Evelyn. And now my last two my super thanks people are Carrie and Rakisha and superstar sticker Livonia. All right, guys. Now, guess I can't fool you, Ertie. So, roll call. Rakisha, Carrie, Livonia. Oh, boy. Okay, sit up. Let me see. You got the stomach muscles for it, girl. Okay, sit back. All right, Livonia's here. Okay, thank you. All righty. Well, if you're a part of the replay gang, thank you for being here. Okay, Carrie's here. Okay. All right. So, like I said, we got Carrie, Rakisha, and Livonia. So, here we go, ladies. I hope you guys like your story. So, all this damn hair out of the way. Okay. So, Rakisha, Livonia, and Carrie were all roommates in an apartment. They had a 3-bedroom apartment. And they stayed downstairs above the old lady that stayed upstairs that all the neighborhood said she was mean. All the kids always said she was mean and everything. So they stayed downstairs from this neighbor. If y'all ain't tipping, y'all better be hitting that anniversary wish list. There's the wish list for you guys again. So they stayed downstairs, and every morning around 5:30, they would hear a drag thump, drag thump, drag thump, all through the house over their head. And they would be so pissed off, like, why the hell is this old ass woman up this time of morning? What the fuck could she be doing this time of morning? I gotta get up and go to work. She up walking around and shit. Like, what is going on? Every morning, religiously, at 5:30, this woman would hit the floor. Drag, thump. Drag, thump. Drag, thump. All over the house. So, one day, Carrie was coming home from work, and she seen one of the neighbors outside. And she decided to ask the neighbor, hey, you been living on here for a long time, right? And the neighbor was like, yeah. Like, what's up with the lady upstairs? The lady that stay over me. I stay in the apartment right here. She showed the apartment. She says the kid said it's an old lady that stayed upstairs. I ain't never seen nobody because I be at work, so I guess that's why I ain't never seen her. But what's up with the old lady upstairs? And they were like, I ain't never really seen the old lady either. The kids say it was, she a creepy old lady, but I ain't never seen the old lady either. So she was like, okay. She went on, into the house, and she gets in the house. Rakisha already in the house. And she like, Rakisha. So I just seen a neighbor outside, and I was asking them about the lady upstairs, what the fuck going on. And the neighbor was like, they ain't never seen the lady before. So Rakisha was like, girl, these kids out here know everything. You gotta ask the children. Children know everything. And they got their ear to the ground, bitch. You gotta ask the kids. Don't ask no grown up because they don't know. You gotta ask the children. So Karen was like, okay, I guess I ask a child, but I see a fucking child. So Rakisha goes and go on to work, and Karen goes downstairs to open the door for Lavonia. When she comes in, Lavonia was like, "Girl, so why it look like 13 people live upstairs?" And she like, "What?" She like, "Girl, when I just got out the car, it was a bunch of people upstairs." And Karen like, "I've been here all day. I ain't heard nobody go upstairs. Ain't nobody going upstairs. There's nobody upstairs." And she like, "Yes, it is. There's a bunch of people upstairs." Whatever, man. So Carrie gets in the bed and she lay down to go to sleep. And Lavonia gets in the bed, lay down to go to sleep. And early that morning, like clockwork at 5:30, dragged on. What the fuck? She had a party last night. Now her ass up wanting to do the fucking stanky leg at 5:30 in the fucking morning. Like, what the hell is up with this old lady, man? Like, this the bitch we need to be going to the club with, because she obviously got all the energy in the fucking world to be doing this early in the fucking morning. Like, what the hell is going on? You can go look at the tits. She up early in the morning doing the A-Baby challenge in the kitchen and shit. So they get up like, what the fuck is going on? So Rakisha like, you know what? I'm going up there. So she gets up, she put on her house shoes and shit, and she marches upstairs and she beat on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Don't nobody say shit. She beat on the door again. Boom, boom, boom. Still don't nobody say shit. The third time she beat on the door, she like, "Can you keep it down? Keep the noise down." She come on back downstairs. They like, "Bitch, you making more noise than she is. What the hell?" She like, "Nah, man, because I be having to work. You know I go to work late. I get up early as hell fucking with her. Like, I should be able to sleep till at least 10 o'clock, but because of her, I got to get up at 5:30. Girl, you'll be all right. No, she'll be all right. She need to stop." So that night, they in the house, they sitting and chilling and shit, watching TV, and all of a sudden, they hear, drag, boom, drag, boom. But the shit ain't coming from upstairs. It's coming from the back bedroom. They looking at each other. You hear that shit? You know I hear that shit. That shit. She must be up walking around again. Keisha like, "No. Bitch, that shit sound like it's coming from in here." You like it? Yes. And Carrie like, "Don't play like that, man." She like, "For real, bitch, it sound like it coming from your room." Like, Carrie like, "Don't play. Why are you playing like that? Like, don't play like that." She like, "Well, go see that." Lavonia like, no, because that shit coming from upstairs. We all know we done heard that shit come from upstairs. It's coming from upstairs. Stop tripping. They started watching TV. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. They paused the TV. Everybody turned their head to the left so they could hear. That shit sounded like it was in the hallway on the hardwood, didn't it? Don't play like that, man. Like, that lady upstairs, that shit coming from upstairs, not coming from down here, man. Like, for real. Why they discussing it? Drag, pow. That shit sound like it's about to turn the corner on their ass. They like, Kara was like, "Fuck it." She jumped straight up, ran for the goddamn door. She opened up the door. Rakisha ran out the door behind her. She screaming upstairs, "Hey, lady! Hey! Lavonia get to run for the door slams and close Lavonia in there. Carrie and Rakisha's on the outside of the door, beating on the door for her to open the door. She's on the inside, beating on the door for them to open the door. While she's beating on the door like, "Open the door!" she hears, drag, boom, drag, boom, drag, boom. And that shit sound like it's coming right up behind her. She don't even want to look back. Lavonia don't even want to look back. She just screaming, "Open the door! Please open the door! Please open the door!" As she's screaming, "Please open the door!" Rakisha and Carrie's on the other side, shoulder bumping the door. Boom, boom, boom. They can't get in. Lavonia here. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. Now this shit is so close she can feel breathing on her neck. She is losing it. She is beating this fucking door down. She is crying. "Please, please open the door. Please, please, please. She gonna get me. Please, she gonna get me." As she's screaming, "She gonna get me," she can feel fingers coming around her shoulder, all around her face. She is hollering, "Please!" hey, open the door. She tried to do a face like this to stop the hands. It feel like 1,000 hands all over her face. She just, please open the door. Then boom, the door hits her. She hit the floor. Rakisha and Kara come falling into the goddamn apartment. They look up. All they see is a shadow of somebody going around the corner towards their bathroom with a drag, boom, drag, boom, drag, boom. They all just sat there on the fucking floor looking. They see the shadow goes into like it's going off into the bathroom or wherever it was going, and they ain't see the shadow no more. Then all of a sudden you hear right over their head, drag, boom, drag, boom, drag, boom. They all sitting downstairs like, oh my God, we got to get out of here. They jump up. They open the door. They make sure everybody get their ass out this time. They run straight out. When they run out, they run into a group of dudes that's coming down the sidewalk. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God. Oh my God, the dude's like, baby, you okay? Y'all okay, baby? What's wrong? Somebody in there fucking with y'all? Y'all need some help? Like, no. Like, we don't know what's going on. The lady that stay upstairs, she was in our apartment. She was trying to hurt us. And the dudes are like, wait, calm down. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, calm down. What are you talking about? They like, the lady that stay upstairs, you know, everybody in the neighborhood say she crazy, she mean, you know, the lady that stay upstairs. She was in our apartment. She attacked us. And the dude like, what lady? And they like, the lady that stay upstairs over us. She attacked y'all. Yes, this lady has been waking us up every fucking morning with the same sound every morning when she gets up. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. We've been dealing with this shit all the time we've been here, and all of a sudden she just fucking shows up and attack us. And they breathing hard as shit. And the dude is like, calm down, sit down, calm down, sit down. And they sit down like, no, we need to do something. Like, we got to get out of here. We got to stay. He like, calm down. All the dudes are like, y'all just calm down. And, you know, they sitting there, they just rocking like, man, oh my goodness. She locked my friend Livonia in the house and were grabbing on her like, man, we can't go back in that fucking house. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, we can't go back in there. And the dude was like, to be honest with you, calm down. Don't nobody stay over y'all. Yes. It's a lady. You guess all these goddamn children around here. It's a lady that stays over us. And we've never seen the bitch before, but we know she stay up there because all the kids are scared of her. All the kids know who she is. And dude was like, no. Dude was like, it used to be a lady to stay up there, but don't nobody stay up there no more. Nah, bro, see, you talking about the wrong fucking house. See, we talking about the apartment right here. He like, yeah, that apartment right there. They like, yeah. Don't nobody stay in the apartment. The fuck out of here. Man, look. Let me tell you something. We've been waking up to this lady drag, boom. For like months now. That lady live up there. She gets up every morning like fucking clockwork at 5:30. And we hear that shit every morning. And the dude was like, bro, real shit. That lady died a long time ago. Don't nobody stay in that apartment. And they looked at him like, man, quit fucking playing. He pulls out his phone. He pulls the shit up. There it is right there. They looks at this shit. It's a picture of a pretty looking Indian lady with like pretty long gray and black and gray hair, silver like hair, and it's real straight and pretty. And she has one leg. She had one leg and she got a wooden leg for the other leg. And they looked and they was like, what the fuck? They looked and he was like, yeah, read the article. And they started zooming through the article and reading the article. And apparently she stayed in that fucking apartment. And somebody came in. Like, it was a relative. It was a family member. Came in, a dude, family member came in, asked her for some money. She refused to give him money. He got mad and he beat this little old lady to death upstairs in that apartment. They'd been dead for 2 years. 2 whole years. Yet they still hear drag, boom. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. And as they're reading through the article, they scan through and it says the time of death was at 5:30 a.m. So every morning, this lady has been getting up in this fucking apartment for over 2 years. Her spirit has been getting up like fucking clockwork, like she normally do, and walk. And they would hear her walk from the bedroom, the back bedroom, down the hallway into the bathroom. That's what they would hear every morning. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. Drag, boom. Until she got to the bathroom and it stopped. When she got inside the bathroom, it'll stop. And they dealt with that every fucking day for like a long time. To find out, this lady died 2 years ago in that apartment. Lavonia said, fuck it. She said, no, we can't stay here. She said, I saw that lady tonight. I saw her. And the dude was like, did you? Did you really see her? Because everybody said they hear her over here, but everybody seen her. And they like, what you mean? Everybody said they hear her. She like, I just asked the dude earlier today, who was the bitch that stayed upstairs? And he told me he didn't know who the lady was that stayed upstairs. Right, because don't nobody stay upstairs. So he wouldn't know nobody that stay upstairs over you, would he? And then everything just started to make sense. Like, okay, so we're being hunted by the bitch that stay upstairs. So she want the whole building. She want all the smoke. She don't want just her apartment. She want her apartment and our apartment. So now this bitch get over to the afterlife and she want to be fucking mean. She want to be selfish. Like, who does that? Like, that's probably why the bitch ain't got 2 whole legs. Because she out there trying to be selfish and taking our fucking apartment and hers. They ain't need that drag bump shit to happen no more. They went and got to a hotel that night. That next morning, they got up, went to the rent officer, told them they wanted to break the lease. Rent officer told them they're going to be $1,200 to break the lease. You think they gave a fuck? You think they gave a whole fuck? You think they gave any fucks? Wait a minute. Did they check their pocket? They didn't check their pockets for any fucks. They didn't care. They paid that $1,200, got the fuck up out of that apartment as soon as possible. And nobody. They weren't the first set of motherfuckers to move into that apartment. Oh, no. And they damn sure wasn't the last set. But yeah, I think the longest that anybody has ever stayed in that apartment was probably 3 weeks. 3 weeks max. After they moved out, 3 weeks max. It's like, whatever the fuck happened, it stirred it up worse. And that bitch got real retarded. She started coming from upstairs and showing up in people's kitchen, cooking shit, pissing, not flushing the toilet, you know what I'm saying? Just all kind of disrespectful shit. And, people just couldn't deal with it. They like, no, I'm done. I can't stay in this apartment. Like, the bitch is pissing and not flushing the toilet. My house smell like piss. She won't wash her hands. Bitch won't pick up her legs, won't pick up her feet and walk. She gotta make all this noise come through my goddamn house. Like, no, I'm done. And people were getting the fuck up out of the apartment. They couldn't even goddamn give the apartment away. So they decided to make the fucking apartment one of their display apartments. Like, if you want to see what our 3-bedroom look like, here's the display apartment. Don't nobody stay in that fucking apartment. That apartment is for display only at this point. Nobody stays in that apartment. Not the one downstairs or the one upstairs. Both of those are considered display apartments. They wouldn't rent you that fucking apartment if all the rest of them caught on fire and you needed somewhere to stay. You wouldn't get neither one of them fucking apartments because so many people have went in there and had problems. People have tried to sue because of the apartment, because of the crazy bitch that stay upstairs. They've been trying to sue the apartments. She showed up while I was in the goddamn shower. She seen me naked, invading my privacy. I want to sue. Like, bitch, what kind of locks are we supposed to put on the goddamn bathroom door to keep a ghost from coming through to see your ass in the shower? Wait a minute, let me go to Ghost Home Depot and see if they got some motherfucking ghost locks that I can put on your damn door to keep her from coming in. Like, I can't control that. But, so, apartments can no longer be rented. They are only display apartments. And that's why these current owners are at the apartment. Now, say somebody decided to buy these apartments and it changes hands. The next owners ain't gonna know shit about them 2 display apartments. And I doubt the last owner's gonna sit them down to tell them anything about the display apartments. So be careful, because you may just end up in that goddamn apartment that's supposed to be display apartment. So, yeah. So watch out. Do your homework on these apartments. Do all your homework. Google that shit. Google that shit again. Google what it used to be. Google the name it used to be. Because sometimes these apartments out here will have some shit, some very fucked up shit happening in their apartments that will change the name on your ass. You be sitting around here Googling your new apartment names and won't nothing show up. But that old name they formerly was will pull up all the bullshit that's going on. But you don't know to look that up.
See, Lakeland Air.
You don't know. So, you don't know to look that up. So, your ass just around now in them fucking apartments thinking you got you a cool apartment because You don't know they used to be what high tower home or some bullshit like that. It's now called the Towers at the Breeze. And you looking up the Towers at the Breeze, and they're like, oh no, nothing's ever happened there. Mm-hmm. You ain't look up that former name, huh? Mm-hmm. So yeah, be careful. Be careful when you rent the apartments.
It's like Lake Lanier, Oscarville. Search up Lake Lanier.
Yeah, that's how they were Lake Lanier, Oscarville. You wouldn't know about Oscarville unless you searched for Oscarville. You look up Lake Lanier, all these tours and all these beautiful sites and shit to pull up. Well, none of that shit about Oscarville pull up unless you look for Oscarville. So it's the same way when you researching your home. Even if you got to go to your goddamn neighbors and be like, hey, bitch, I'm thinking about moving in. What this complex used to be called? What the apartments used to be called? What this subdivision used to be called?
What's the neighborhood like?
You know what I'm saying? So we can Google this shit and find out. Because they ain't going to tell us nothing. 5 years in Georgia. 5 years. That shit happened 5 years ago. They are not at liberty to discuss or tell your ass anything. You could have had a whole family murdered in your apartment. If it's 5 years and 1 day since that shit happened, they're not telling you nothing. You be running around there with a whole family full of ghosts in your fucking house, moving your keys, cooking your food, you blaming your children, whooping their ass, thinking they stealing from you. Nope. Nope. You got the fucking Brady Bunch in your goddamn house. Anyway, so that was you guys' third story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, and bring your ass right on back so we can start this story time in like 2 minutes because this is the last story of the night. While you are taking that time, you can go over to the wish list, check out the wish list. You can also tip your auntie for some of these fire-ass stories you getting because if your ass was in a bar and I was pouring up your drinks, you would definitely be tipping a bitch because I would be getting you tipsy. I can't get you tipsy. All I can do is get you a little creeped out, but that's as far as it can go.
And no, if you play the Lake Lanier game, you get a little tipsy too. So technically, it's a win-win.
Can I get some water to this room?
Yes, ma'am. Not all about that.
Thank you. And get a scarf so you can tie down your hair. I don't need it frizzy.
Tell me what I wanted to think of it. I wanted to ask you, did I not go to school tomorrow? But now I have a reason to go to school tomorrow.
So you can start on bitches. I know. I be feeling like that sometimes too. Like you don't be wanting to get out the house and go nowhere. But then when you know them raggedy bitches that's always got shit to say about you, gonna be there like, let me go and just start on these hoes real quick while I ain't got nothing to do. Then I'll come back and take a nap. Yes, Shay, you always have a question. What is your damn question, Shay? I swear Shay be at home taking notes on these damn. I'm not testing on these stories, y'all. There's no quiz. Ain't gonna be no pop quiz, no final. Ain't none of that shit gonna happen. It's not like my anniversary gonna come up and they're gonna be like, pop quiz on all the shit I've asked y'all in a year. No. But for some strange reason, Shay still takes notes. Hi, Eileen. You've been missing. You've been missing in action for a long time. Welcome back. Let's see where the apartments at. Leave it to your country. Where the apartments at? Come in. Thank you.
You are welcome.
The apartments in Atlanta. The apartments located on Hollywood Road.
The apartments. That's what you just said.
That's how he spelled it. Potments. Apartments. Like we don't say that shit anyway. I told you. People in Atlanta lazy as fuck. They don't even want to say the whole word. That's exactly how that shit come out. Apartments. Or refrigerator. Some shit like that. Well, thank you, Ellie, for still listening to the stories. I greatly appreciate it. And for all my family members that crept in, y'all last for that crept in right before the door closed, can I please get y'all 2 thumbs up the line, close the door? I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Donna, I ain't mean to make you turn your lights off. But if you get to hear any creepy sounds, any popping and cracking behind you, bitch, you might want to turn on all the lights. They got nothing to do with me. Sweetie, you always know what I'm talking about, girl. Well, you know that take your ass there, so. How somebody gonna thumbs up the live and then thumbs down and then take the thumbs up back? Come in. Oh my goodness. Okay. So did y'all have time to tip y'all auntie? Did everybody have time to tip their auntie?
Or check out the wish list.
Did everybody have time to check out the wish list? Did everybody have time to go over to the community page and look at the post about some of the things that I would enjoy for the anniversary, which is the 21st, which is that? Saturday? 21st is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, the 21st, which is coming up very soon. So
sooner than you may think.
And anybody that purchased Auntie something for her anniversary will be in a story time. So
it's like a personal
thank you. It's a personal thank you from Auntie. All right, guys. Little Terry, so I thought little Auntie, I creepy. All right, guys. So if y'all are ready for the last story of the night, give me a thumbs up. All my family. I want to get a shirt made with all their faces on it.
That'd be a big shirt.
I got front and back shit.
You're gonna need to put it in the armpits, on the inside of the shirt, on the shirt collar and everything.
I know, right? I'll do it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a white T-shirt and I'm gonna write all my fans' names on it.
If you want talking SH Tony,
and that's gonna be my fan shirt.
On this side. But if you want use Sade, Sade.
I'm gonna get a big ass white T-shirt and I'm gonna put all my fans' names on that shit.
I'm gonna use it. I want to see.
I'm gonna be in different colors and everything. I'm gonna make that motherfucker myself.
When you gonna use it? I want to use it.
Probably tonight.
Smells like we're gonna choose this.
Yes, I think I'm gonna make a shirt with all y'all name on it so I can keep y'all with me everywhere I go. Cause I mean, if I can get a picture of everybody to put on a shirt, I bet you will do it and wear it all the time. Cause then I have my family everywhere I go. I think I just have to write everybody's names on it, wear it like that. That way, police pull me over and ask me what my name is. Today. Today my name is
Tony.
Talking shit ass Tony, officer. My mama named me that. She named me after my daddy. Yeah, so.
Tyler.
Yeah, talking shit ass Tyler. So. Hell, I'm talking about Chase. Help you get through the shift. All right, guys. The last story of the night. This story has Sookie, Miss D, and Tally World. So, not because I didn't make it on a movie shirt. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a shirt and I'm going to put all y'all names on it. When I be days and addresses to prove who we are. I know, right? Right, I know, right? I'm probably gonna be doing it on Storytime while I tell my stories. I'm gonna be writing all y'all names on my shirt. So, like I said, if I get pulled over by the cops and they ask me what my name is, I got like 1,000. I'm like, just pick one, officer. Whatever you want to call me, officer, just pick one. Shit. It's all family, just pick one. All right. Sookie, are you here?
Sookie. Die, Sookie.
Tony stupid. Sookie. Nino, what's Sookie at? Tally World in here. Oh, boy, I'm snitching on everybody that ain't showing up to class. Everybody that's cutting class, I'm snitching on them. All right, well, if you're part of the replay game, this one is for you guys.
Ooh, special.
Sweet tea, somebody, yes, I'm here. I ain't taught you, sweet tea. All right, so, Sookie, Miss D, and Tally World. And y'all, this is an oldie but a goodie. This one is going back to Lake Lanier. So if you got your shot glasses ready, let me know. Y'all got y'all shot glasses ready? Because y'all know every time I say Lake Lanier, I've said it twice so far, right? You supposed to be taking shots. Shots supposed to be thrown back like shot.
Make it fast.
Shots. Lake Lanier. Shots. Lake Lanier. Shots. Y'all know how the Lake Lanier game go, right? Okay. So,
wait. What about the new people?
So, my new people, if you're new to my channel and you don't understand what the Lake Lanier game is, it is basically every time I say Lake Lanier, you take a shot. Now, if you're a grown up, you would take a shot of alcohol. If you're an older woman, you probably take a shot of wine. If you're a kid, you probably take your Jello shot or some Kool-Aid shots. But either way it goes, you're supposed to take your fucking shot when I say the words Lake Lanier. Do we all know how to play the game? We all know how to play the game. Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, what you do? Lake Lanier, what you supposed to do right now?
Take a shot.
Lake Lanier, take a shot.
If you're a dog, you take a shot of water.
Everybody, right. So, now her mother can't hear. I can't with you. Stop calling my baby that. All right, guys. Clayco hate was. Okay, so here we go with this Lake Lanier story. The last story of the night, you guys. This story has Sookie, Miss D, and Tally World. Here we go. So Miss D was the owner of a boating tour that do tours out there in Lake Lanier. I hate to tell this story because y'all know I'm soon to do my boating tour on Lake Lanier for you guys soon. So you know that the grown-ups will see the video of, you know, us taking this Lake Lanier tour and all these special creepy ass spots from Ozark, which is coming up in June. So y'all will see what I'm talking about. But she runs this company with that do boating tours and stuff on Lake Lanier. So one night, all of her dudes that do the boating tours was out on the water, and this couple comes in looking like fucking, looking like the couple from the Addams Family. You know, all black. Everything's all black. They got like shades, chains, all that good shit. And they come in, they tell Tally where Miss D that they wanted to take a tour. Now, while she's looking at them all crazy, Sookie and Tally World come in all bubbly, laughing and giggling and stuff. Did we miss the last tour? And Miss D look over and she's like, no, I'm about to do the last tour now. You can go ahead and go with this beautiful couple right here. We can all go together. Okay, that's fine. We can go together. So she had to be the one to drive them out because all the rest of the boats was already on tour. So she tells them, you know, give me a second, let me get the boat ready, and then y'all can come on out and get on the boat. Okay. So she goes out, she gets the boat together, and she comes back. When she comes back, the couple is, you know, they quiet, standing over in the corner, but at this point, Sookie and Tally were like they got an attitude, like something happened while Miss D was gone. So she comes in and she's like, is everybody okay? And the couple just nods. They don't say nothing, they just nod. And she looks over at Tally World and Sookie. She's like, are you guys okay? And they like, yeah, let's just thank you, Chastity. They like, yeah, let's just, you know, go ahead and go on this tour already because people are being real disrespectful and I don't want to be around this too long. So Miss D like, what happened? She's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Let's just go. So the couple walks out first, and then Miss D don't walk out behind them. They all get on the boat. As they get on the boat, there's life jackets on the boat and stuff for everybody to put on. So everybody put on a life jacket just in case anything happened. But the couple was like, no, like every time Miss D tried to get them a life jacket, they were just like, they wouldn't even touch it. They were putting their hand up. She like, it's procedures, it's company policy. You guys have to wear a life jacket. They like they don't want the shit. No. So Miss D look back. She look at Sookie and Tally World. Like, this is about to be some bullshit. Because if anything happened, these folk gonna swear I didn't tell them to put on these damn life jackets. So before she starts the tour, she get them a little history of the tour. She let them know how about Oscarville and everything. And she let them know, you know what I'm saying, some people say it's haunted. You know, so be on the lookout for ghosts. There may be some spooky stuff that happen while we're out in the water. But just be on the lookout, you know. And of course, the couple turned towards the water. And Tally World and Sookie looked at the couple and looked at Miss D. And they was like, yes, ma'am, thank you so much. And she turns around to start the boat up. She started the boat up and they hit the water. They get into the water. It's like dusk. Like the sun is going down. You can see the sun over the water. Lake just beautiful. Beautiful orange going down off into the distance. And She's driving them around. She took them to Cemetery Island, and she ain't let nobody get off the boat, but she told them what happened. She pulled up every island, telling them what happened here. This part of the water right here used to be the racetrack, and she's just telling them everything that's going on. While she's telling them what's going on, the dude in this couple got his hand hanging off the boat, like with his hand in the water. So Miss D looks over and she tell the dude, look, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hand out the water. Keep your hand inside the boat while we are on the boat. And his wife looks at Miss D and she pull her shades down and she look at Miss D and she was just like, pull her shades back up and turn her head back around. Her husband kept his arm floating around in the fucking water. So Miss D look at Sookie and Tallyworth. And Tallyworth was like, why y'all being disrespectful? The lady said don't take your damn hand. Don't put your hand outside the boat. Put your hand in. Something grab your ass. You're going to be looking stupid. And he turns around and he look at her and he was like, something grabbed me. Like so unmotivated. And he turned back around. And Miss D was like, don't worry about it. She get back in the driver's seat. She pulls off. She's telling them, now this is the island. As she's saying, this is the island. All of a sudden you hear a big splash. Boosh. She looks back. Sookie and Tallyworth is jumping up like this. She like, what's going on? She look back. The couple is gone. Both of them. The man and the girl. Gone. What the fuck? She slams on the brakes. She put the boat in park. She come back. She like, where are they? They looking out in the water, but it's about dark. You can't even see in the water. So they looking around to look for waves in the water. And Tallyworth was like, it look like something moving over there. I think they over there. So Miss D just rush and grab her little inner tube thing, her little life thing, and throw it out there in the water. And they holding the rope like, grab it. And they pulling it, and you can feel that nobody has this shit. It's just coming right on out of the water. And she's like, where are they? Where are they? She turned her light on the boat. She started to scan the water with her light. She don't see shit. So Tallyworth was like, come back here. Look back here, Miss D. So Miss D rushes to the back of the boat. She's looking. All you can see is like little bubbles coming from the bottom of the water. Like little bubbles. She's like, Miss D, I think they on the water. Could they swim? They know how to swim? She's like, I don't know. I didn't ask their ass if they knew how to swim. I do remember telling their ass to put on a life jacket though, but I never asked their ass if they could swim. That wasn't my business. That's personal information. It's like asking somebody what their blood type is. That wasn't my business. I asked their ass if they want the damn life jacket. They didn't take the life jacket. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. So she like, turn the light around. She get her little flashlight and she brings it over and she looks down and she put the flashlight into the water. The water looked real fucking murky. Like mud is mixed into this water. So she can't really see. They all are just looking down, and Sookie like, what is that? And, Miss D and Tally, they see the bubbles coming up, so they getting closer to the water, and it's like, what the fuck is that? And Sookie laying down a little first, she's like, what is that? And the lady comes up out of the water like, and she just grabs Sookie around the back of her fucking head, and she goes back down, flipping Sookie off of the boat into the fucking water, whole back, like, she landed on her back when she came down. You know how bad it hurt to land on your back in water. That shit sting and burn, whip your ass. All that. She landed on her back. Bow! When she hit the water, Sookie instantly flipped over on her stomach and started to swim. She was coming back. To that goddamn boat. She grabbed that handle and started reaching around for the lady. She couldn't feel the lady in the water. She jumped her ass right back on that boat. She like, Miss D, you gotta help her, Miss D. Miss D like looking at her ass all crazy like, no. Jumping the fucking water? No, I'm not doing that. So she runs over to her radio. She calls. She let them know, look, I got 2 people overboard. I need somebody to come help me. So a couple of the boats that she owned with the men driving pulled around where she was. They had people on their boat. Everybody all being nosy and shit. Oh, my God, what happened? So Miss D tell them, look, I had 2 people on the boat beside these 2 people. The man and the woman went over. We trying to get them out of the water. The woman is in the water. We saw her in the water. The woman is in the water. We're trying to get them out of the water. Help me locate these folks. Y'all there looking through the water. The man, both boats got their lights, focused on that shit. She'll call the Coast Guard, call the people from Lake Lanier, let them know what's going on. Police, all them out there looking. Y'all there out there looking for these folks for all of 3 hours until somebody hits a siren off into the distance, like, woo, woo, and then you can hear over the intercom, we've located them. Miss D was like, where they at? So the police was like, they say they located them over there. Can you go identify and make sure that's them? So Miss D, Sookie, and Tally jumps in the boat. They're in the boat. They go over there to where the other police are. The other police got this shit like surrounded. You know what I'm saying? So you can't see the bodies. They got the boats surround. They got the bodies surrounded with their boats. So they like, can you come around and could you guys come around and identify these other people that y'all came out with? You know, identify these bodies. They come over and before they can even identify the body, the coroner stops her and asks them what they doing. Like, what are y'all doing? You know, this is a crime scene. And they like, we coming to identify the body. These might be the people that we came out on the boat with tonight. And the coroner was like, can I get an officer over here? And the police come over and they like, what's going on? She like, can you get these people out of my crime scene, please? And he like, why are we getting them? No, they supposed to be identifying the bodies. These could have been people that, you know, fell off the boat that she was working with tonight. And the coroner was like, no, these are not the people. And the police is looking at her. And Miss D like, how the hell do you know? You weren't on the boat, you know what I'm saying? We left. You don't know who I came out with. And she like, trust me, these ain't the people you came out with. And her and Miss D started arguing. She started arguing with the goddamn corner lady like, you don't know. You won't have pictures of them folks. You don't know them folks like. We know what they look like. Don't nobody know what they look like but us because we came out on the boat with them. And the coroner kept telling the police, get them out of here. These are not the people that they looking for. Police said, Captain told me to tell them to come over here and identify the body, so you need to let them identify the body. Y'all, when she pulled this cover back for them to identify the body, the clothes were there. Those were the clothes that they saw. But these bodies had been in the water for so long, they was in like the worst stages of decomposition, like maggots and all that good shit. Like the coroner, they looking at these fucking corpses like, what the fuck? The dress that the lady had on, this corpse is wearing that shit. The outfit that the dude had on, this corpse is wearing that shit. The coroner said, I told you these were not the people they were looking for because according to the water and all this shit, all these other calculations, these bodies have been in the water for 4 months. According to my calculation, these bodies been in the water for 4 months, so they couldn't have came out on the boat with these folks today. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all. That's how I knew these were not the people they were looking for. But Miss D is like, those are the people we came out with. And the coroner's like, impossible. Impossible. Unless you came out on the boat with these folks 4 months ago and they fell off your damn boat and you just now reporting it, it's impossible they came out here with you tonight. She's like, these people came, all of them Sookie. Everybody's just looking at the police like, yes, they did. They came out here with us tonight. Like tonight, they came out here with us tonight. Ma'am, that's impossible. Coroner wanted to argue with again. That's impossible. That's impossible. How can you prove that? Miss D said, I got the paperwork. I got the paperwork that they signed before we came out on the boat. I got the paperwork because they got to sign a waiver to come out on the boat. I got the paperwork. I can go get the paperwork. She rushes to the office. She grabs the packages that was on her desk from Sookie them and from that couple. She rushes back out there. She pulls that shit out the shoulder. The police look, see, here's theirs. That's her and her. Here's theirs. And that shit was completely blank. It wasn't even wrote on. It was just a blank fucking package. She remembered of giving her the package back like it's complete. She remembered looking at that shit and at least seeing both of their names on the front of the fucking package. But when she picked that package up to give it to the police, there was no name on that package. They hadn't signed, sealed, nor delivered nothing on that goddamn paperwork at all. There was no proof that them folks ever came into the fucking office. No proof. No proof. She swore down. They all swore down. Them folks got on the fucking boat with them. Like, he was very arrogant. He was an asshole. She got mad at Miss D because Miss D told him to keep his fucking hands out the water. We was on the boat with these folks today. Coroner said impossible. Told him to get him out the crime scene. Miss D, Sookie, and Saddleware went on back to the dock. Couldn't believe that shit. Miss D goes in to the office, to give them back their IDs and stuff. So she goes back into the office and they go in with her. And she goes to get them the IDs and then it dawns on her. Fucking camera. I have a camera on my computer. Fucking camera. Let me check the camera. She checks the camera. Boom. Sure as shit. The couple walks right into the building. I'm talking about clear as day. You can see the motherfuckers, both of them. The wife doing her glasses like this. She got it. She got it all on fucking video. This is the couple. I got it. She jumps on the phone. She tells them, y'all come look. They come look. Oh my God, that's them. I got them on fucking video. I told them that was them. She grabs the phone. She called the police. Hey, yeah, this Miss D, the lady I was just talking to out there in the water that told me them fucking people didn't call me. I got proof. I got video of the motherfuckers being in my office today. Timestamp on the video. Come check this shit out. Police was like, you lying. She like, I'm not lying. I got 2 witnesses that just saw the same thing. You can come check it out. Hurry up, come check it out. Bring your little ugly coroner bitch with you so she can see and she can put some salt on the motherfucking words that she finna have to eat right now. Bring the bitch with you. Y'all come on up here. She sat out there. She waited. She kept that shit paused. Right when they get ready to come in, she watched that shit 3 times. Her, Tallyworth, and Sookie watched the video 3 times. They ass coming in, sitting down, filling out paperwork that wasn't fucking paperwork or whatever the hell they did. She had it all on camera. She had that shit. She sat there. She waited. She rewinded back to when they first came into the office and she paused the video. She stood outside. Where's the police? They pull up. You got the video? Yep, it's queued up on my computer. Come on in here and see it. They come in, the coroner comes in, she ain't got nothing. Okay. I hope you bought some salt and pepper for them fucking words, cause you about to eat them, bitch. Come on over here. Everybody get around the computer, crowd around the computer, Talent World and Sookie them telling them when they come in. Yep, she got the video. They on the video. And the police is like, from today. Like, yeah, from today. She got the video. Timestamp and everything. I gotta see this shit. They all crowd around the computer. She hit enter and back up. And all the cops are just standing there looking at the computer screen. She like, I told you. I told you I had proof. I told you. And everybody look up at her and they like, what are you talking about? She like, look at the video. She runs around. She looks at the video. The video is now like, whoopity, 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 whoopity. It's all fucked up. Like you know how your tuning be out of whack and your TV screen just keep flip. That's how her video looked. That's how the video looked. It would not show them. It showed Tallyworld and Sookie come in. But when she rewinded back to when they came in, whoopity. The whole screen was just fucked up. You couldn't see nothing. It like somebody erased the tape right there and then picked it back up when Sookie them came into the office. Police was like, I thought you said you had proof. She like, what was it on now? And they was like, it was on now. She has it. Like, police was like, you know what? Just can we take this tape with us? We'll take it. Get somebody at our team to look at it, see if they can clean up the tape, and then we could possibly see something. Take it with you, cause it's on now. Took it with them. Yeah, get a call like 2 weeks later. Police said they cleaned up the video, but there was nobody in there but only Tally and Sookie. Miss D didn't believe that shit. She told them bring her video back. They brought the video back, and sure as shit, they cleared it up, cleaned it up, and all it showed when they got through clearing it up and cleaning it up was Sookie and Tallyworld walking into the office. That's all it showed. All that time before that, when they cleaned up, it just looked like she's sitting in the office. You can hear her tapping on the computer, but nothing until Tallyworld and Sookie walk in. No couple, nothing. And they cleaned it up. You can see her office and everything. But nothing. Nothing at all. So, yeah. Miss D still shook by that to this very day. She still can't figure that shit out. She feels like the police did something to her tape. She said because they didn't want to admit that she was telling the truth. Everybody, she said they was giving her side eyes when she was telling them that them folks was there. And did nobody want to admit that she was right, so she feel like the police tampered with her video. But she says that shit happened. That couple walked right in there and everything. So police gave her to take that, but there's nothing on there. Just the couple walking in. So she thinks they tampered with her video. She can't prove it, but she thinks that's what happened because she saw it. She swore on a stack of Bibles she saw it. And this, Tallyworld and Sookie was her witnesses that shit was on there. They don't know where it went. They don't know how it came out. I don't know how you erase 2 people out of a scene. I don't know how you do that. Like, even if you cleaned it up, you should still see them come in. No traces of them on that tape at all. And the tape don't even go whoopity. It ain't even fucked up no more. So regular tape. No, nothing. Nothing of them at all. So, yeah. Needless to say, after that happened, Miss D stopped taking it. She stopped doing the tours herself personally. She started working from home, and she just let the men that drive the boats and stuff. They clock in, they come to work, they clock in. She worked from home. She don't do no more tours on her own. Never done it again since that night. So sorry, Miss D, they did you like that, but I mean that's what happened. But that was you guys' fourth story of the night. I greatly appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me and sticking by me. Thank you guys. Y'all are my world. Y'all are my life. Y'all are like my family. Thank you. Thank you. If you don't believe nobody, believe me. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys individually. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And y'all know my motto. Don't slap the sleeves off a bitch unless they earn it. So from my family, well, from our family to your family, good night, sweet dreams, and we love you. Mwah.
Hold on, look how she did this. Y'all see her? She did this in less than an hour.
Girl, God.